What's up, guys? That Really Ghost Guy here, and we are back playing Warframe, and I thought I would speak on something that has been updated in the Spectres of the Rail, and this is actually one of my favorite parts, and it's kind of strange because it's a cosmetic thing, but Lotus, you ruin everything. So, if you guys have noticed something different about my Ash, I mean, I've never shown this Ash before, but if you know anything about Warframe and melee weapons, you know what's going on right now. And what's cool is someone brought up the idea of what if we put the melee weapons so that they can be sheathed or, you know, stored in different locations. If you know about the Nakana usually is by your waist, and mine is on my back. So, DE has given us a little bit of a treat, and they have allowed us to put melee weapons in different locations on our bodies. So, I'm going to switch to my melee weapon now, and this is where the Nakana usually is. This is my melee-only Ash. I only have the kunais on here to show an example of the sheathing process, because without being able to change weapons, which I will do right now, I won't be putting it on my back. This one is my favorite Nakana sheath because it is stored on the back, as well as he pulls them both apart in order to sheath them. So he sheaths them on his back in one go. As you can see, I'll repeat the process. He does pull it forward and put it where you usually would strike from a Nakana with, but you see how he goes from the sheath, and then he separates them and then puts them together on his back. That is so cool. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a fanboy moment, but hopefully that is cool. I hope you guys like that. So I'm going to continue through, beat this exterminate. I'm going to switch from time to time to kind of enjoy the cool new sheathing process. So it looks like it auto does it like that, and I don't really like that. That's the quick melee, and he doesn't sheath it properly. But if you switch to the melee like you ought to, and then undo it, that's how it should be. So this is the usual stance that you would be using the Nakana with, and blow, sick. But yeah, that's just because that's how you strike typically as a ninja or a samurai. That's how you do it. And this is a melee only Ash, but I have him themed as a samurai Ash, not necessarily a ninja. And I think a lot of people tend to do that, turn him in more of a samurai than anything. So, and then see that awesome sheathing process. That's just really cool. I don't know. They do this with a bunch of other weapons, and I'm going to incorporate that into all my builds, is to how I feel the best way for that theme to sheath their weapon. I've already done it to a few, such as instead of my Rhino's Sindo being on his back, it's now on his waist, so now he pulls it up and around, and it's kind of cool. I don't know, it's a fantastic touch to the to Warframe, and being able to build your Warframes exactly how you want your Warframes to be built, and leave it to Digital Extremes, DE, to give us something that personal, that just, to me, it's incredible. That is something that you don't see out of developers. Something as simple and small as the location you store your melee weapon. I don't think I've ever seen that in a game. I mean, to a degree, there are people that do it, but they don't like, because it was in the forums. It started out in the forums, and it was just something that DE which is they do with a lot of things, but they go, wow, that's a really cool idea that's going to cost us a lot of time and money, and while they do get a little bit of something out of it, and maybe they'll profit off it, it's something that they said, you know what, this is necessary for the feel of our game, and they went and they did it because they thought it would improve the quality of the game, not just increase their financial whatever. They knew that the game quality would be better, and they did it, and that is fantastic. I fanboy a little bit over DE, and I think it's rightly so. I think I'm very just in my fanboy moments, because this is a company that really listens to everything everyone says. Let me switch back to Nakana. Get this Kubro to get his freebies, free kills in there. Get those blocks down. So, fanboying aside, let's kind of stick with the theme. Very basic. You can ignore the kunais. I may put the kunais on here just so that I can see the animation of the Nakana more often. But this Ashe originally started strictly Nakana only, 100% melee weapon only, and I would go through missions. I know it's a low level because I just formatted my Ashe and the Nakana, so, but rightly so. Basically, what I would do is I would go through mission to mission, melee only, having a whole lot of fun. It's a really cool way if you're feeling burnout and you want something different to go through some missions and just do like a melee only build. Like I said, this is its own unique setup, so I don't use a single other weapon on this frame. It is specifically set up for this, so every level and every mission that I burn through is going to be literally the same weapon in the same frame. Nothing will be switched up, so double kill. Alright, you little Kubros. I didn't want to do this. But you forced me. Get him! Get him! Get him! Alright, so I think at the end of this mission, just to kind of show you a little bit of the detail on some of the melee weapons that I have switched up, I'm going to burn through just a couple of my loadouts and show you some of the melee weapon differences.
Another job well executed.
I don't know. I think it's an awesome touch, and very. I don't want to say it was needed, but it's. I don't know. It's just a really strange way to breathe life back into your game, is adding something as minute as the locations of your melee weapons. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's just awesome. I'll show you, for example, where the Nakana usually, like, the Nakana's always there, but it's stored up there. So let's go to. Did I change this one up? Yes, I actually did. This one doesn't look all that different, or maybe it didn't change really to a degree. This is where you go to it also. It's in your weapon appearance and then your holster style. So, for example, my Rhino Prime is holding it there. Oh yeah, I did change it. This is the basic one, and this one sits off his left shoulder, and he grabs it kind of like that. This one I have more, so it's right here and up and out, and then he also has his strong hand waist holster. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, I have it stored off to his one side. I also changed up let's see, loot. Let's go to Archwing. This one. I don't usually use this Rhino all that much. He's usually my Archwing frame, but the Cindo, as you can see, is on his back, on his waist, rather than what usually is on his back, like that. That's usually how it is. There is also a left hip draw, which I think is kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't know if it suits. I don't know if it suits him. I'll probably have it on a frame at some point. And there's the waist one, which I have, and then there's the strong hand hip. But that's kind of cool. I wish he would bring it up in a little different way, but I don't know. I think it's great. I don't know if I changed any other. I didn't change my Mesa. Who's this? New frame. Oh yeah, my Inaros. I did change this one up. This one, the holster style isn't crazy different. His basic one. Then there's like a high draw, and then there's like a low draw, and that I feel like is more legitimate for his theme. I think I'm going to go with this one on my Rhino, my red and black Rhino, because he's more of like an in-your-face kind of build, and this is kind of like a more, I don't know. It just fits. To me, it fits. Pretty cool. Let's see. I don't think I changed his. Oh, I did change his to his waists. So now he draws his cleavers from the waist. I do like his default one. I was debating on keeping his default, but I think I'll put the default one on someone else. Actually, it's a frame that I'm close to finishing the theme, and will be showing you guys very shortly. But it uses the commas, but the commas skin is the sword one, and the and like a dagger, sort of like a dagger. I didn't change this one. I've been debating on this one as well. I really like this third holster, but to me it clutters up Loki's back too much. And it does have that cool animation, that spin animation. So I'll have some Cronins on a different Warframe that utilizes this holster at some point. I like it. I even like this one a little bit, but to me, like I said, it is a little bit busy on his back. The fact that the blades are apart on this one kind of creates a better visual, in my opinion. But I don't think I did too many more. No, I didn't do any more of my basic loadouts. I'm going to be changing up a bunch of my other ones, but those are all the ones that I have quick loadouts for. But you'll be seeing them as I do some more dailies and whatnot. And I just think it's cool. Thanks, DE, and thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time.